All right, welcome everyone to the June 8th meeting of the Cable Television Advisory Board. It appears at the moment we don't have a quorum, but we anticipate having one shortly, so we'll begin with the reports. Mr. Painter?
Okay. First of all, this morning I sent out the minutes from last month, so I apologize for being so late, but they are in your emails. Okay. Our current balance of the operating account 2505 is $718,698.50. Our expenses for May, and that includes salaries, facility operations, is $33,335. This year's Alliance for Community Media National Conference is in Baltimore, and excuse me, and this is close enough for us to be represented. So people travel into Baltimore on July 11th to 13th to attend this event, and we ask for your approval in an amount of not to exceed $1,200 for the trip. In the auditorium, as we have had continuing problems with our handheld microphones not being sensitive enough, resulting in poor sound reproduction, we reached out to the vendor who built the system, Access AV, for a solution. They advised us to install new digital microphones, which have much better sensitivity as well as sound quality. They also will be adding 2 additional gooseneck microphones to the 12 currently available for the meetings in the auditorium. Until we do a total digital upgrade up there, that's the most goosenecks that we can put out. But adding 2 more should do a lot of good. A lot of times in the meetings, it really is, we really are missing about 2 microphones as far as the quantity of people.
Will these microphones be compatible with the digital? You
Yes.
said a total digital upgrade would be anticipated sometime in the future.
A total digital upgrade will come.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
we'll be asking
these
for
will
that.
work with.
No, these will not, but we're not doing that right away. And we can repurpose these as well. They'll go somewhere else. So we might be able to use them like down in room 208
Okay,
when we have meetings there. That right now, we don't have a lot to cover.
Mr. Delicious?
Mr. Painter, are they giving us any credit for the initial system that they gave us that has not been working well?
No, they're not, although it did work well. I mean, it's just that those microphones just are not as sensitive as we'd like them to be. They're working all right, quote unquote, but what happens is you have to come right up to the microphone, and a lot of people don't. So it ends up getting lost in translation as far as people talking. These are ones that are really sensitive. So if somebody stands away from the microphone, they'll be heard.
Right, thank you.
Yep. Excuse me. And also, I went out to, around the internet, and I found out, the price of these microphones are the same or more. I mean, actually, Access AV is charging us a little less than market value on the new microphones, because I wanted to make, obviously, a comparison. So for this, we are asking an amount not to exceed $4,600 for this upgrade. We had 1,131 cable cast total in May, and of this, 25 were live events, and of this, 11 were educational and 14 were government. We had 1,106 playbacks. Of this, Public 96 had 436, Education 99 had 320, and Government 16 had 311. And I switch it over to Pete now.
All right. As far as the education channel is concerned, programming accomplishments for the month of May included recording the Battle of the Books at Birch Hill Elementary School. It's sort of like a little game show that I believe 3 or 4 schools are involved in. That's always a fun event to do. We did on the 2nd the live coverage of both the boys and girls Battle of the Bridge lacrosse games from Stello Stadium. On the 5th, we did live Battle of the Bridge baseball from Holman Stadium. On the 17th, live coverage of the City of Nashua budget public hearing. And then on the 21st, we recorded the Nashua Lions Teacher of the Year presentation. 23rd, we were at Amherst Street School for their Night at the Movies spring concert. 24th, we went over to Fairgrounds Elementary School for their spring concert. 29th, we did the Nashua Memorial Day Parade on Main Street. On the 30th, we were at Sunset Heights Elementary School for their spring concert. And on the 31st, we were at Broad Street Elementary School for their spring concert. And that concludes.
All right, any questions? All right, it appears that we might have our quorum, so I'll call the roll. If I can wake my iPad up. All right, Andrew Sonoda's here, Dorothy Clark. We have a representative of Bruce Cotignone from the IT department. Can you state your name?
Nick Miservich.
Okay. Richard Ferenkopf. All right. Chief Brian Rhodes. Here. Sally Highland.
Here.
Ed Leicius.
Here.
Jennifer McCormick is not here, and neither of our aldermanic representatives are here. And, oh, sorry, you were highlighted, so I didn't read it. Brian Garrity.
Here.
Okay. Okay, is there a motion with regard to the reports that have been presented by Mr. Painert?
I'll move that we accept and place on file.
All right, there's a motion to accept and place on file. All those in, well, any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? All right, we'll go back into minutes. Is there a motion with regard to the minutes from the previous meetings, specifically the May 11th meeting, which
Move
was
to
in
accept
everyone's
on
email
file.
inbox this morning? There's a motion. Any discussion?
I haven't gotten a chance to read them yet, so I'm just going to abstain.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? All right, motion passes with one abstention.
Thank you.
Okay, now getting back on track. Mr. Gagnon.
Yes, good morning. The following report covers the dates from April 13th, 2018 through June 7th, 2018. We have recorded, and I should be stating recorded, not aired. We have recorded a total of 131 new episodes of the following shows. Sponsored shows from outside of Nashua: Ekinar, Lessons, Sidewalk Entertainment, Science Cafe, National Gallery of Art. We've recently received, well, I believe it's over 50 shows from the National Gallery of Art on DVD that they send out to those stations that are interested in airing them. So we've begun to start airing those. Shows by Nashua producers outside of the studio: Knights of Columbus present New in Christ, Unitarian Universalist Sermons, and Plenitude, which is in Spanish. Shows produced in the studio: The Art of Politics, Charged Up Top 10 Countdown, CHW in Action, En Familia, which is also in Spanish, Fairy Tale Access, Falcon News Corner, Financially Fit, Frankly Speaking, Game Shift, Happiness Jungle, I Am a Heroin Addict, Nashua Community Roundtable, Nashua Solarized Plus. This was a one-time episode that was aired to talk about the Nashua Plus program that's now being offered to the residents. It was very well done, and we're hoping that she may do a couple others during the program time. Nashua Strong, New England Democrats, Raphael CHW, which is also in Spanish, Speaking with the Senator, Special Talk with Scott McCullough, The Health View, The People's View, and The Ring and All Other Sports. We have attended the Mass Access Conference in May and came back with some more good ideas on how to improve our social media footprint. We also attended the NHCCM membership meeting in Plymouth, New Hampshire, and had some good discussion on new show ideas. There also was a good lighting workshop as well. We continue to work with new potential producers and should be seeing some new shows beginning this month. Thank you. Any questions or?
I have a question.
Ms. Highland?
Will a resident be able to pull up like the Nashua Solarize program? and view it?
Yes, if you go to our accessnashua.org website, video on demand, that ends up in the first category, which is Access Nashua Independent Producers, I think it's called.
Thank you.
And that's basically a miscellaneous category where it's not a series. Yeah, so
Thank you.
it's there, and again, it was, the interviewer, Arden Kayla, was very good. And it had a representative from Granite State Solar and from an installer, and I apologize, can't remember the company's name.
Mr. Johnson?
Also mentioned that upstairs in the auditorium, they had a presentation here for the public the other night, and we did record that. Is it airing?
It's airing.
It's airing on the government channel and is also available for viewing on the internet on the city's video on demand page.
Right, thank you. All right, any discussion? If not, is there a motion? A motion to accept and place on file? Any, now, any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. All right, Mr. Lucius, do you have anything for us?
No report.
Okay. So the next item on the agenda are the funding requests that were mentioned in Mr. Paynert's report earlier. Yes.
I move that we approve the request for the attendance at the Alliance for Community Media National Conference in the amount not to exceed $1,200.
Okay, there's a motion. Is any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. All right, is there another motion with regard to funding requests?
Mr. Chairman, I move that the funding request for the auditorium audio upgrade in the amount not to exceed $4,600 be approved.
Okay, there's a motion. Discussion? Any questions, comments? We had a little bit of it during the report, so. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion passes. All right.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Just wanted to say that Pete and I are presently going to the UNH drone school that you approved a couple of months ago, and boy, I'll tell you, that's going to add a whole new dimension to videographer and photography in the city. When
Excellent.
we're through with that.
I think we should have a demonstration at our next meeting.
Yeah.
See if they can keep it from hitting the ceiling.
We're blowing all the,
Or the walls or the
Actually,
paper.
will automatically do that, so
yeah.
it keeps itself.
We'll have to determine something that can test your skills. All right, comments by the, well, there are no members of the public present, so remarks by members. All right, seeing none, is there a final motion?
Move to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn, all those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed?
Thank
Motion
you,
passes.
everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
See everyone.